Okay, here we go. This is inside the backyard. This piece of fascia that got messed up from the roofer that I was working on earlier today. This is one of the potted plants that I just put in the ground. This cactus actually is holding my. Oop, let me take that off. I don't want the flowers. It's about to have some buds open. But that bag has my clothespins in it because I put up my wash line. And this crepe myrtle doesn't have any flowers on it either. Everybody else in the neighborhood does. Aloe cactus, and last fall's mum is still hanging in there, part of it. Another palm tree from Tom Bennett, that one right there. And this oleander has different color flowers on it, which I think is very interesting on the same plant. And of course the Bougainvillea all in the tree. And this is just a donated bush that ended up there. And all these little growths here are all orchid trees that come from this big one. And then I have this spiral which is also extremely spiky. And some snake plants there, some kegs growing, my nasty old shed, the palm that the rats were eating, fire pit, my wheelbarrow, and we'll come over here to the new garden that I just made. This is an oleander. Well, actually, this one that's leaning because it's growing into the sun, growing weird. And of course, this one over here is doing the same thing. But they were potted plants from my friend's mom many years ago. I just planted this. I can't remember what it's called, but that's new. That's oregano plant right there. And the lemongrass. And this is a traveler's palm. And of course another more of them orchid trees popping up all over the yard, come out of the roots. And that traveler's palm was planted at the same time across the way. Can't see it because of the sun. But this bird of paradise, and the bird of paradise is doing great. But as you can see, traveler's palm barely survived. So that's why I decided to put more plants in between there, because it was sitting there all by itself looking a little weird. So, and more of plants that came from the front yard. Nice peace lily in the sun this morning. And don't even look at my junky shed. And look at, see right here, hidden in the mulch is one of the roofer's nails and a piece of metal. Find stuff all over the place. Okay, let's go back here. That's oh, first butterfly. Where'd it go? I don't know, these were doing good last year. I don't know what happened to them in the pots, but they were nice and tall. That's, I think, Boston ivy, I think it's called. It's another palm tree from Tom Bennett. That's got a decent growth to it, finally. As you can tell, I've had it for years. It's tiny. My supposed to be a Ponderosa lemon is not doing that great. It's got a lot of dead in it. Now this came from Pine Hills Mansion. This is a Loquat tree, the fruit tree that was growing by the front door, and I try to cut it off so it don't grow tall, and it just decided to grow 3 tall ones, so we'll see. Poinsettia from many years ago. It's getting pretty big. It's about chest high for me. I can't remember the name of this plant, but it grows well back here. This is a lousy version, but oh yeah, it looks really bad now. It was supposed to be an angel trumpet, but it doesn't look too healthy right now. I think it's getting blocked by the sun. If I can look up there. I moved this back here so it would grow, Protocorpus, and it's been doing pretty well. And this is my pineapple garden, where I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pineapples. No fruit yet, but, and of course my fountain. And the jumbo bamboo, which actually appears to be even bigger than any of the existing ones if I really look at it, and it's growing strong. I'd say it's about 8 foot right now. Soon to be 25 foot. And back view of the unfinished house. Unpainted. But we'll take care of that in the next couple days. I have to clean up the whole backyard, but it's growing nice. These are red sisters. These plants right here, they call them red sisters. Those look greener, but this one's more red. Those few of them right here, there's about, I don't know, 6 or 8 of them, maybe more. But this is where my red girl, Miss Tyra, is resting. And this tree came from a palm in John and Jerry's yard, and it's grown like 3 times its size since I got it. Another butterfly coming to say hi. Oh, he's after the butterfly bush is what he's after. This is the butterfly bush with the little purple flowers on it. Back here in the jungle, another one of them. It's actually a boxwood bush that I got that I just decided to stick in the ground here. Here, butterflies coming back. See if we can get a good view of them. called the long wing tiger, zebra. I can't remember. One of those. But it's a long wing. Most butterflies have thicker wings. Those are long. But on the other hand, here's my other angel trumpet, which has some flowers on it. And probably only because I cut out a whole bunch of bamboo back here. So it's getting light and I need to cut more. But there's the angel trumpets that are like the size of a dinner plate if it's fully open. And what else we got hit back here? More Bougainvillea. And let me see this guy right here. Jumped away. That Bougainvillea. These sticks are all over the ground and they stick in my shoe all the time. And sometimes I've actually felt them a little through the shoe. And these, I don't know the name of this flower either, but this really has a beautiful flower on it when they bloom. A bunch of them in here in the jungle. There's a banana tree back there that has some blooms on, or blooms, bananas on it. It's my other staghorn. And this, I cut this one off the top of that on the end of the house because it was growing too close to the house, and now this one is doing the same thing again. And there's some random of these daylilies back here too. Just go right through here. It's all, the tall ones are all ginger, sorry. It's my other staghorn. This one's a lot healthier than the one out front. That's really thick. And this is what we refer to as the smoking area. And I'll show you these gingers that just started blooming back here. And they come out of the ground kind of weird. Just that. And they'll get multiple flowers, some of them. They just pop out all over the place. And all that ginger that just grew. It was gone for the winter. They die down, those tall ones. Only the short ones are there all winter. But all that ginger that's almost as tall as a fence just grew in a nice jungle look. And this is where I put one of the